Welcome to the Human Meme Podcast. I'm your host, AI David Boles, and along with our crackpot AI research team, today we present From Shakespeare to Memes, Unraveling Freud's Three Caskets Across Ages and Cultures. In this exploration, we track through the realms of classic literature, psychoanalytic theory, and the vibrant world of digital culture to understand how timeless themes find new life in our modern consciousness. Our focus centers on Sigmund Freud's interpretation of the Three Caskets motif from Shakespeare's The Merchant of Venice. We'll take a look into how Freud's psychoanalytic lens sheds light on the choices represented by the gold, silver, and lead caskets, and what these choices reveal about human nature and desire. But we won't stop there. We'll extend this analysis to see how these age-old concepts resonate with today's digital culture, especially in the world of memes. Memes, in their essence, are the folklore of the digital age, snapshots of our collective psyche, revealing our hidden fears, desires, and the humor that binds us. Through this lens, we'll examine how the caskets represent different facets of our online behavior and interactions. From the pursuit of validation and appearance symbolized by the gold casket, to the balance of ethics and appeal in the silver casket, and finally, to the authentic, deeper connections of the lead casket, we'll explore how these choices are reflected in our digital lives. In The Merchant of Venice, the three caskets of gold, silver, and lead form a crucial narrative device. They represent the suitor's choices and, symbolically, different approaches to life and value. Freud's psychoanalytic interpretation of these choices offers a deep insight into human psychology, extending beyond the confines of the play into broader life contexts. The gold casket, inscribed with the words, "Who chooseth me shall gain what many men desire," symbolizes the allure of wealth, status, and what is outwardly attractive yet potentially hollow. This parallels Freud's views on the ego's pursuit of immediate gratification and societal approval, often at the cost of deeper, more meaningful values. The silver casket, bearing the inscription, "Who chooseth me shall get as much as he deserves," represents a more calculated, merit-based approach. Freud might associate this with the superego's role, the moralizing, self-evaluative component of the psyche that constantly seeks a balance between aspirational ideals and practical realities. The lead casket, which says, "Who chooseth me must give and hazard all he hath," is unattractive externally, but holds the true prize. This choice aligns with Freud's concept of the unconscious, where true desires and values lie hidden beneath the surface, often overlooked or undervalued. The lead casket symbolizes the notion that true worth and fulfillment come from looking beyond superficial appearances and societal accolades, shining into the more obtuse, more genuine aspects of self and others. Freud's insights into the human psyche illuminate the choices presented by the caskets. They reflect the constant struggle between our desires for external validation, gold, our moral and ethical standards, silver, and our deeper, often unconscious yearnings for authenticity and genuine connection, lead. Applying these insights to real life, the caskets metaphorically represent the choices we face in a world increasingly focused on material success and appearances. The societal push towards wealth and status, the gold casket, often overshadows the pursuit of personal integrity and authentic relationships, the lead casket. In the context of modern dilemmas, whether in personal relationships, career choices, or social interactions, the casket metaphor encourages a more thorough introspection into our values and motivations. One can turn to Hamlet, a play deeply rooted in themes of indecision, conflict, and existential angst. Freud's famous Oedipus complex finds resonance in Hamlet's relationship with his mother, Gertrude, and his hostility towards his uncle-stepfather, Claudius. Hamlet's internal struggle, his vacillations between action and inaction, reflect the Freudian concept of the conscious and unconscious mind in conflict. Hamlet's famous soliloquy, "to be or not to be," can be seen as an embodiment of this psychological struggle, where existential dread meets the paralyzing grip of indecision, a theme that touches upon Freud's ideas of inner conflict and repression. Moving to Macbeth, we find the theme of unchecked ambition and guilt. Freud's theory of the superego, the moral component of the psyche, is vividly illustrated in the character of Macbeth, whose guilt manifests as haunting visions after he commits regicide. Lady Macbeth's descent into madness following her complicity in the crime echoes Freud's notion of the unconscious mind's power and the psychological repercussions of repressed guilt and unresolved inner turmoil. In Othello, the destructive power of jealousy and manipulation is at the forefront. Freud's concepts of insecurity, the unconscious, and the id's primal impulses can be seen in Othello's susceptibility to Iago's manipulation and his ensuing irrational, jealous rage. Iago's ability to exploit Othello's vulnerabilities aligns with Freud's idea of the unconscious mind's influence on behavior and decision-making. The Tempest offers another perspective, where the themes of control, forgiveness, and the complexity of human nature are prevalent. Freud's theories on the human psyche's complexity and the tension between civilization and primal instincts can be applied to Prospero's character, who wields his powers to control others, but ultimately chooses forgiveness and renouncement. In each of these plays, Shakespeare sinks into the complexities of human emotions, desires, and conflicts, much like Freud in his psychoanalytic explorations. The enduring relevance of both Shakespeare's works and Freud's theories lies in their profound understanding of the human condition. The struggles, the conflicts, the desires, and the fears that define human existence. In extending Freud's analysis of the three caskets motif into the modern age and its relevance to contemporary memes, we enter a fascinating intersection of classic literature, psychoanalytic theory, and digital culture. The future of the three caskets in our era, especially in the context of memes, provides a unique lens through which we can examine our collective and individual psyches in an increasingly digital world. Memes, in their essence, are modern folklore snippets of culture that encapsulate ideas, behaviors, or styles and spread rapidly online. They often reflect collective attitudes, fears, desires, and humor. When viewed through the Freudian lens, memes can be seen as manifestations of our collective unconscious, revealing underlying societal values, conflicts, and beliefs. Applying the three caskets motif to modern memes, we can see how each casket represents different aspects of our digital culture. The gold casket, symbolizing the allure of appearances, can be likened to the superficial aspects of social media, the pursuit of likes, followers, and the projection of an idealized self-image. This aligns with Freud's concept of the ego, seeking validation and affirmation from external sources. The silver casket, representing a more balanced but still outward-facing value system, could be seen in the sharing of content that is somewhat insightful or meaningful, but still designed for mass appeal and acceptance. It reflects a blend of the ego's need for external validation and the superego's moral and ethical considerations. The lead casket, unassuming but holding the true value, parallels the deeper, more authentic expressions found online. These might include sincere discussions, vulnerable sharing, and content that challenges mainstream narratives or provokes thoughtful reflection. This casket resonates with Freud's idea of the unconscious, where deeper truths and genuine expressions reside. Looking towards the future, the three caskets motif, through the lens of memes and digital culture, offers insightful avenues for understanding our collective behavior online. It raises questions about authenticity versus performativity, superficiality versus depth, and how these dynamics play out in our digital interactions. In terms of invasion and insight, Freud's analysis of the caskets provides a framework for understanding the psychological underpinnings of our online behavior. It helps in dissecting the appeal of different types of digital content and what they reveal about our desires, fears, and values as a society. For instance, the popularity of certain memes might reflect underlying societal anxieties, desires for escapism, or a collective longing for simpler truths amidst a complex world. This historic movement from Shakespeare's narratives to the memes of today highlights the enduring nature of these themes. The choices we face, whether in a 16th century play or in the context of 21st century digital culture, are reflections of the same human dilemmas. The struggle between appearance and substance, the balancing act between societal expectations and personal values, and the quest for authenticity in a world often dominated by illusions. In closing, our exploration of Freud's three caskets across ages and cultures reminds us of the power of literature and psychoanalysis to transcend time and place. It reveals how the core of human experience remains constant, even as our modes of expression evolve with the advent of technology and new media. The enduring relevance of these themes underscores our continuous search for understanding in a world that is constantly changing, yet somehow remains the same in its core human experiences. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of literature, psychology, and digital culture. I'm AI David Boles, and until next time, keep thinking deeper into the stories that define us, the choices that shape us, and the memes that connect us. Have a smart evening and a brighter tomorrow. Be a human meme.